How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be talking about a bodybuilding discussion. We're going to talk about the best bodybuilding meals and how to gain muscle, how to gain weight, okay? You guys can try to help me out, and I'll try to help you out. We'll wait for a few people to come in. Hopefully somebody will. Eventually they will. So, always, whenever you are getting your meal ready, always get your vitamins out. So I'm going to have a couple of calciums. Some herbs. Vitamin D. Remember, vitamin D is very, very important. I don't want to take too much of it because I only have so much. So if you can't really afford it, then just take 5,000 IUs a day, okay? If you can afford to take more, then take 10,000 or 15,000 in the winter, you know? So take some magnesium glycinate. We're having a bodybuilding meal. I'll show you what I'm having. Got 4 eggs. I got some quinoa, broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. Okay? So, we're getting all the vitamins ready. What the heck? I'll take 3 of those big ones. Sparkling water. So, what you eating? Yes, eggs. Dollar is going to raise along with interest rates. Well, I think that the interest rates are going to go down, actually. They could raise them temporarily. Anything's possible. So, precious metals will sink a little more. Maybe so. Maybe. I'm bullish long term on the precious metals, but short term you might be right. Sure. You know, I think we're going to be going higher from here personally, but I could be wrong. Yeah. Just get your gold and your silver and don't worry about the price. It's going to go a lot higher, okay? It's only a matter of time. I ended up with a case of twat something. This is not gay, no. But we do build muscle on this channel. It's not gay, but it is a workout channel. Yeah, so. Have you ever taken human... No, I've never taken human life, no. Wow. Well, Trump just hired a guy who believes in hiking rates. Yeah, I know. It's called a hawk as opposed to a dove. Yeah, he hired this guy. You know, I don't believe it. I think that the only reason he hired him because they thought gold was going up too fast. So that's why they hired this dude. And who knows if he's really going to actually get the job or how long he's going to stay there. And he might not raise rates just because Trump wants lower rates. So Trump hiring this guy, it's very opposite of what Trump has said. So I don't believe in this move. It looks like it's really happening, but I don't believe in this move at all. I don't think their intention is to make rates higher. I think their intention is to make you believe that the rates are going to go higher. Gold was going too high too fast, so that's why he brought him in. Or he said that he was going to bring this guy in, you know? All he did, he nominated him. Does that mean he got the job? I don't think so. I don't think he's got the job yet. It just means he got nominated, right? So does it mean anything? No, it doesn't. But the markets think it does. Okay? Your safe pocket brother. John, can you shout out my brother, Wayne Kerr? I only do shout outs if you give a super chat, okay? And if you give a super chat, then for sure I'm going to read your question, okay? Because sometimes we get so many questions, I can't read them all. Looks like eggs. Yes. Do you put that shit on everything? Yes. I put this stuff on pretty much everything. What's that you're drowning in, Franks? Eggs. Thanks for that, man. We just got 20 fractions of a penny or whatever. What's your... So, do you know Gabe? No. Hi. But yeah. We're watching the price of gold tonight, and it's doing pretty well. Thanks for that. Eggs for dinner. Yes. Thanks, bro. We're getting a lot of money from this guy. Appreciate that. Yes. Thank you. I saw Dixon Mayaz had a question about the infrared heater. Yes. Dixon, he sent me an email and he said he wanted to know a question about the heater. So I included him in the last video. So yeah, yes, that really happened. That really happened. All right, guys, please, bro, stop showing up in my feed. I hope I show up in your feed because I'm trying to make money here. I'm trying to get my face all over the entire flat plane that is the earth. I want everyone from every corner of the earth to know who I am. Good evening, Jessica. Yeah, we had a couple of questions, yeah. Sorry, guys, my nose is starting to run. We and, I try to answer all of your questions to the best of my ability, okay? The best... Guys, I'm straight. Poor people, why do they deserve that? I'm straight, guys. Okay? So, hey, there's Jesus Rodriguez. That's one of my favorite viewers. And I'm one of his favorite YouTube streamers. I've been thinking about trying to get into Twitch as well. So I might look at downloading Twitch. I don't know how to do it, but I'll figure it out. I've gotten this far, haven't I? So I should be able to figure out Twitch as well. Is that your workout meal? No, I'm actually not working out today because I've already trained a lot. Okay, I'm trying to have a rest day or a growth day. So Don't Twitch. Okay, Twitch is not that good then? How much would you give for that chain? A few $1,000. I look like I'm the guy from Napoleon. Guys, give a super chat and I will answer your questions, okay? You got to give a super chat. And we're watching gold right here too. And silver right there. 89 bucks an ounce, live silver price. So there we go. Whoops. So yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. We're watching gold. We're trying to rest up, heal up, work on YouTube. But remember, if you have any questions about the electric heater, be sure to ask me what you want to know about it, okay? Be sure to ask me the questions in the video. So watch that video. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I will do follow-up videos answering anyone's questions on the heater. This is a very important thing. It's very important indeed. I may have to visit the hospital because I'm not feeling well today. Trinity. I'm sorry to hear that, Trinity. But the number one medicine is fasting, okay? If your body needs to be healed, then just stop eating food, because then your body is going to be allowed to heal itself, okay? But talk to a doctor before you fast. But I do wish the best for you. I hope you feel better, okay? Do you have any radar-style electric space heaters, radiator style? No, but I have used them before, and they do work very well. The radiator ones, those things really are good for a very small room. They'll heat it up pretty good. But for a really big room, it doesn't do all that much. I've had plenty of radiator heaters in my life. I really like the one that I got. You just point it at you, and it heats up within about a minute. And the heat is very good. And you can choose if you want 500 watts, 1,000 watts of power, or 1,500 watts. So it's pretty cold right now. It's about 10 degrees outside. So I have it on full blast. Got it on full blast. This with space heaters. I don't heat with gas. I heat with electric. And we have electric heaters, but it's not enough. Okay? You see? See they got that big one right there? That's not enough. It gets really cold. That's all I have is that one heater. So people like me, we need electric heaters. All right, bro? Guys are hating on my... He's hating on my heater. You damn heater hater. What? Would you in a studio? Yes, it's a studio apartment. I power my heat through gas. Heat be thundering. That's good. I'm happy for you, dude. Gas is really the most... It's the best way to heat, you know. I like electric, personally, but gas, usually it'll get a lot hotter if you use gas. No, I have a kitchen, a bathroom, and I have 2 bedrooms. Well, this is one of the bedrooms. I have another room that's just like this, except it's upstairs. So, I need extra heaters, you know. I need extra electric heaters to get it to a warm enough amount, you know. Mr. Moneybags living in a studio apartment rocking a fake chain. Well, you can be the judge if it's fake. I mean, if it's fake, then I'll be damned, all right? He says it's fake. Yeah, it's fake. The diamonds are clearly fake. Sounds fake. It's not fake, bro. It ain't fake, okay? Poor people eat the weirdest slop. Hit this, buy gold, buy gold. Yeah, buy gold. Well, dude, what do you eat? You say poor people eat bad food? What I'm eating is 4 eggs, quinoa, cauliflower, broccoli, and carrots. And if I want to, I'll put a little bit of olive oil on there too. And we're consuming high quality vitamins as well. You know, I think I'm eating like a rich person. The quality of my food is very high. Doesn't seem like, yeah, it's good food. I try to have food that's only one ingredient. I don't eat any processed well, sometimes I eat processed foods a little bit, but I try to eat just all whole foods. A whole food is just one food. It's one ingredient. An example of a whole food is like an apple, or a pear, or a chunk of meat, or an egg. Those are whole foods. That's what you should eat. You don't want to be eating all these cereals and processed meats. I heard that processed meats, they're actually a carcinogen. It's so bad for you. All right, you don't want to have a heavily processed diet. Okay. He's more real than, yeah. I'm more real than a lot of the guys that I see on here. And you know what else is real too? This. I'm all natty, so take that for what it's worth. I know a lot of these other guys on YouTube are juicing. I'm drinking Wegmans sparkling water. It's Wegmans. I appreciate you. Gladly on Xbox. This guy likes to play Xbox. I just saw a video about how Halo 2 ended, you know, when they completely shut down the server. But I used to play Xbox 2. I used to play Grand Theft Auto on Xbox One. Talk about going back in time, taking a trip back in time, you know. But I really appreciate that you sub to me. So please check out some of the investments and stuff like that I talk about. And if you want, you can consider becoming an investor, you know. And I don't make any money except from ads. I do like the ads because I got monetized. And I have a Patreon. So I make a couple of bucks on here. Nothing crazy. All right. I'm not controlled by anyone. Anything that I sell, it's from me. It says, don't invest with a poor dude. Well, a lot of the time, a poor dude won't invest at all. Most people that I consider poor, they don't even invest. So am I poor? Because I take all my money from my paycheck and I try to invest it and buy gold, buy silver, buy platinum. I like to buy oil stocks. Am I poor because I invest all my money and I don't have that much money left over to buy a massive house? I'm not. I'm in the process of becoming rich. There's a difference. There's a difference between someone who's poor and they're well on their way to becoming rich. Okay, I'm transitioning, if you will. You look like you live in a trailer park, dude. Yeah, it's probably because of how I dress. I threw this thing on, and I always got my stupid Pokemon hat. I love Pokemon, but the hat's it's not really my style. But I've learned to love it because the hat is a part of the channel. So I've had to learn to love it. One day I just told myself that I'm always going to wear the hat. And I usually don't go back on that kind of thing. So I would be willing to trade this hat for another hat, maybe. We see through you. Do you buy platinum or the paper? Physical platinum. I buy platinum. It's so rare. You gotta just buy the physical metal. It's gonna go up in value. It's probably gonna triple. I think it's gonna go well over $6,000 an ounce. So as far as platinum goes, I hold the platinum. You can look into there's a stock called Platinum Group Metals, and that's a stock that I do recommend, but I'm not a financial advisor. So it's called Platinum Group Metals, PLG. It's a stock that trades for around $2.50, and I think that one could go possibly upwards of $7.50 to even as high as $10. But I think your best bet is to go with the physical, buy the physical. That's always my number one thing is if you don't have the physical metal, you got to get your hands on some. And then once you have physical, then you can play around with the paper markets and the derivatives. Okay? How about reading one of my comments? The student, he says. I only really read comments if it has if it's a super chat. Otherwise, I'm not really going to take my time to go back and stuff like that unless I feel like it. Right now, I feel like it a little bit. Let me check it out. But I also have the right to change my mind at any second if I feel like it is for nothing. I can't really find where you are at, so we're going to forget about it. Show us your platinum. He says, liar. I don't have my platinum here. I think that's stupid. You shouldn't keep like too much precious metals on you, especially me as a YouTuber. So this is really all I got. My platinum I keep in the bank, the safety deposit box. As a YouTuber, I'm kind of a target, so I don't actually keep hardly any money here. It's all at the bank. Like I said, this is all I got right now, and this might not even be real. Okay. Maybe dance for me now. Of course you don't have it. Yeah, this is just an apartment. I'm not going to keep my stuff here. If I had a house with a big safe in the basement, hell yeah, I'd probably keep it there, But I keep it in the bank because I just have this apartment. So if I had freaking $50,000 worth of platinum here, someone could easily rob it. Who are you? Invest in his space heaters. Yeah, guys, you gotta invest in a space heater from Walmart. Tell him I sent you. Make sure you tell him John's Gold and Silver sent you. Okay. He said Eminem died. Damn. Are you for real? Eminem died? No, he says he's alive. He says Eminem is alive. Yeah, he's alive, bro. He does eat like the poor person. He says blaze it. Kobe died. Kobe from KC Trades. That's one of my top guys over there. Kobe, he's with KC Trades. It's his own company. He does videos on like Troika Media, GNS, different penny stocks. So check out his channel. Check out Kobe. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Okay. Slim Shady, he looks good. Oh, dude, I think I'm ready to start working out, dude. Everything. I got the car. The weather's warming up a little bit. I think I'm ready to train with you. So I'll send you a text maybe in a couple of days, and we can plan on going to the gym together. As long as you don't mind recording me for a couple of videos. I want to do the bench press and show my viewers how much I can bench. All right. Yeah. We'll set it up pretty soon because I really got to start building some muscle. I got to get to some better machines. I got to get better equipment. So I'm gonna head down to the gym in a couple days probably, and get a membership. Diamond Gym. Never heard of that one. And we got to get you into shape too. We got to do some hardcore exercises. And we got to talk about hardcore dieting too. R.I.P. Eminem. Eminem, maybe he is dead. Okay, I'm not sure if Eminem's alive or not. Okay, we're getting a lot of reports right now that he is dead. Oh, and Kobe. I've been thinking about sports cards again. I can't help it. I was thinking about Star Wars cards, and maybe we should get into the card business. You know, I don't know. Maybe we can do it. We're both pretty smart. Maybe we can get into the card business. Something. Maybe we can start scalping and then open up the packs and then just, sell the good ones or, whatever. Let me know if you got any ideas, Kobe. We got to get into sports cards though. My obsession with sports cards is coming back. Now that I'm an adult and I can actually afford to buy some boxes and stuff, we got to start buying some cards. Okay? We should open them live, okay? That's a good idea. And I actually have that written down because we got to figure this out. But I have a lot of shit written down that I need to do. Yeah, we got to get into the sports cards though. I really want to get just different types of cards and just do unboxings, card openings. I think people would watch them. Eminem is ass. R.I.P. Slim Shady. What are you eating? Eminem is alive. Well, some people say he's not alive. I think the verdict is out. We can't have a decision yet. All right? We got to get Eminem on this channel right now. Does anybody know Eminem? Get Eminem on the phone now. Slim Shady. I don't think Slim Shady's as ripped as I am, though. It says 2 girls, 1 cup. He said he died. Love flexing. Looking big, John. Get in that protein. No seed oils and no soy. Thank you. Yes, I'm trying to get in the protein as much as I can. He said your rear delts are weak. That sucks. I don't think so. You're weak. They look dope. He says they're good. Okay. He says they look good. I think they look good. I can't really see them, but you know, I definitely have like a good amount of muscle right there. Slim Shady brother. You're not even ripped, he says. He says, I'm Mr. Olympia. Thank you. I'm trying. Feel like I'm getting stronger, but I've also been taking a little bit creatine. That helps. And I've been eating a little bit, so that helps. And I've been training my legs, so that really helps. I think it's making my body respond. It's causing a massive growth response every time I do squats. So I'm just very excited to see where it goes and how much my upper body is going to develop in the next 6 months if I keep training like this. And I might even train with a higher level of intensity. Once I can start to go to a gym and do actual squats and actual bench press and actual dips. Once I start getting the real lifts, I think I'm gonna blossom. I think I'm gonna get a lot bigger. Ever seen the sport of arm wrestling? Yeah, I used to watch it when I was a kid. I used to like John Brzenk. He was always the best. What you say to me? Yeah, I'll do hours. Shit. Hot sauce. Shit. Silver updates from the man himself. Thank you for that. I'm glad that you've seen my videos and I'm glad that you've seen some of my silver updates. And let's check out silver right now. Down. I kind of want it to go down a little bit. I was always thinking that gold and silver were starting to go up way too fast. And I was getting very nervous that I was not going to be able to accumulate all of the gold and silver junior miners that I wanted to. So now that gold has come back down, I'm very happy. And I'm going to be able to invest a lot more money into the junior miners. Okay? I'm talking about the gold stocks that are like $2 and under. Okay? Some of these even down to a penny or even less than a penny. Those are the ones that I'm trying to accumulate right now. And I'm also trying to accumulate a lot of cryptocurrencies. Gonna goon to this later. This guy's gonna goon. Patreon sales coming up. No. I don't know. I gotta figure it out if I'm gonna do that, okay? I don't really know. I'm not like a freaking advertising expert. Plus, I haven't even done a Patreon video in forever. I haven't even done one until like 3 weeks ago. Yeah. John Brzezinski is the GOAT. He competed at the top level last year at 60 years of age. Yeah, I saw some videos of him still playing with some of the pros. Yeah. And he's crazy. That guy's crazy. It was always kind of cool to see him because he was a smaller guy, but he was so powerful. And it's almost like you're watching the underdog when you watch John Brzezinski, because he was fighting guys that were way bigger than him. These guys had shoulders like me, you know. Imagine John Brzezinski going up against me. He might be a little intimidated. So he's considered the underdog. No. I would lose to John Brzezinski in a second. He'd probably break my arm off, and I would probably not be able to lift again for months. Crypto is a scam created by CA bring about. If you want me to read your comment, please leave a super chat, okay? He says, Goofy, what a goon. Been making some money off YouTube. Me? A little bit. Just a little bit. I've been making like probably about between $2 to $3 a day. But my shorts don't really make me hardly any money. Sometimes I'll make like 14 cents off of a short. So I'm making about $2 a day. But if we get a donation, then that sometimes makes the whole day. You know, if we get one $5 donation from someone, it makes my day. I meant goon is to jerk it. I don't think goon meant that. I thought it meant something else. What price does silver go in 3 months? 150. You're in that offspring video, right? You looking to that greasy or get sleazy? Can you shout out my country? No. What country is it? What it means for the youth. All right, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, because I talk about all the best cryptos and gold and silver. The money that I make from my stocks is kind of separate from this. And ideally, I want the money from this to become greater than what I make from stocks. And then I'll just do YouTube full time, and then I'll just dabble in stocks. You know, I'm trying to change my whole structure of my life. I want to become a full-time YouTuber, but I got to make at least $300 a day. And then I could do that full time. So I know it's very complicated, you know. Pay us to stay here. Yeah. Shit. Seems like that's what I have to do, you know. Sometimes. Yes, the chain is real. Yes, it is 10 karat. Okay? That's our number one question that we get on this channel. He says, wish you the best of luck. God bless you as well, my friend. You can see the haters are kind of coming at me tonight, and but don't even worry about it. I can handle that. Okay? I've been dealing with these guys a long time. I ain't even worried about it. So, God bless you. Yes. How many grams does the chain weigh? I don't know. I gotta weigh it. I could weigh it for you, but I don't really feel like it. If you really want me to weigh it, why don't you give a super chat? And then I'll weigh it up. And then I'll weigh the pendant up as well. Trying to get rich here, guys. Mommy shut off the heat in the basement and told him to get a job. Guys, remember, if you want me to read your full comment, please give a super chat. I kind of read that one by accident, okay? Says, I'm awesome. You're awesome, too. 69. Do you play Fortnite, bro? No, I could. I tried to once, but my PC wasn't good enough. I think I actually have Fortnite on my PC, but I just don't play it. Let me see. Yeah, I got it right here, bro. Yeah. I could play, but it doesn't really pay any money, you know? If I can figure out how to play Fortnite and stream it on YouTube, then I could make money. But I have OBS. I just don't know how to freaking connect everything, and I'm trying to learn. But yeah, eventually I would do Fortnite and play a couple other games as well. Because, you know, I think that would get a lot of views. I think that'd be good for the channel if I included some video gaming. How you get rich? If you really want me to answer that, leave a super chat, okay? Because that's a very complex question, okay? And I could take that in a lot of different directions. Ask more specifically and ask in a super chat. Not just going to tell you how to get rich for free. Well, says Goofy Man. I'll put him in timeout. I went hogging last month and knocked up a broad. I sell. You look like you have a bike in the front yard. I have a motorcycle. I got a CF Moto, and I think I'm going to buy a second bike. I'm going to get a CF Moto 675 SS because they're only $8,000, and I think you get a lot for the money. So I'm going to have two bikes. So hopefully, if I get a girlfriend this spring, she'll be able to ride with me. That's kind of the plan. Hopefully that's the plan. Okay, what's the pattern underneath? Okay, if this isn't Juggalo content, I'm going to leave. Yeah, this is Juggalo content, okay? Yes, this is, I'm a Juggalo, yeah. I got ICP CDs, I got ICP crypto. Why do you think I like ICP crypto? Because it stands for Insane Clown Posse. Okay? I don't care about the technology, the development team, the AI. I don't care about any of that. They just have ICP for Insane Clown Posse. He expected more face paint. Well, I'm sorry, but I never got into the face paint much. But I'm a juggalo, and I'm looking for my juggalette. So, wish me luck, guys. You're going to tell me to rap for him. Dude, if you want me to rap, I got to get paid. Okay? I ain't rapping if I'm not getting paid. But got 14 viewers in the house. Not too bad. Do a few tricks. Butterfly. He has a butterfly knife. I'm monster than an oyster. Oh, wow. Okay. Bro, you got any guns up there in Alaska? Oh, yeah. The guns I got are right here. All right, check this out. You must also have a ton of vapes. No. He says, this guy's pretty cool. Thank you. You're pretty cool too, man. For sure. Well, Chad, you can't say that. You definitely can't be weird on here. All right, guys. Lisa says, hi. Lisa McBee is not a good person for a good relationship, but I will send you a lot to my family who can make it possible, and you can get it done by. What? How's things in Alaska? We hit 45 degrees today in Oklahoma. It's good here, you know. The cold weather wears on you after a while, and the lack of sun, but that's why I take vitamin D. But I'm surviving out here, you know. The plane just dropped off a bunch of food last week, so we should be getting some new food coming in soon. Within the next few days, usually it'll be coming. Lisa McBee is a good person for a good relationship. Dude, you're not going to find a good chick in Alaska. You're going to have to passport bro. Maybe. Vitamin D, yes. Take vitamin D. Okay. Guys, we got to get serious, all right? We got to get this channel to 100,000 subscribers. So any way you guys can think of to help me get there, I'm all ears. All right? Any idea that you got, I'm willing to listen. So I've been racking my brain trying to figure out how to take this channel up to 100,000 subscribers. Only thing I can think of is just keep doing workout videos, gym exercise videos, stuff like that, because that's what sells. You know, people want to get a ripped body. So I think I'm just trying to focus on perfecting my body, maximizing my level of leanness if I can, and adding muscle mass. And I think that's going to give me more street credit. So I just got to keep focused on that, keep focusing on pumping out more workout videos. But yeah, you guys got any ideas? 100K is possible. Let's get there, brothers. Are you Christian? Yes, I'm Christian, yes. Yes, I believe in God. It's just a matter of time, he thinks. Okay, 100K is possible. Let's get to see there. Let's make it 100K, yeah. Clown makeup, dog, while working out. That might help if I wear... well, I did say I believe in God, but some of that music is... it's very bad. So I try not to show that I'm a juggalo like that, like wear the face paint when I'm out and about, okay? Try not to do that. Because I'm try to keep things more godly, you know? King James Bible on a daily basis. Yeah, the King James is the best version of the Bible. It is the most accurate, the most respected. But a lot of modern scholars don't respect it, but I believe that they're wrong for that. There's so many different interpretations of the Bible. Just keep it with the King James. Some of the language is a little bit strange for some people, but you can get used to it, you know. Do you shorts or your channel? Do more shorts, yes. Lean people about gold, silver, plus show scenery of Alaska. Yeah, I could show more scenery. Okay, that's a good idea. I'm going to take that into my memory bank and consider that. Maybe tomorrow, I'll go for a walk. Show you guys some of the scenery up here. I think I might do that. I might need to do that. It'd be very relaxing for me. So, clown makeup. Started working on my body in the last few months, but my diet is poor because of finances. Makes someone feel like quitting. Man. So you're having a hard time with your gains, with your workout, because you don't have the money. Well, you got to look at your diet and look at what you're eating. A lot of healthy foods you can get for cheap, okay? Eggs are pretty cheap. Usually you can get like cans of tuna, pretty cheap. That's good protein. You should be able to get cheap vegetables. You should be able to get rice, quinoa. Rice is usually cheaper, okay? But you should be able to find some cheap sources of carbs. Oatmeal is a very good carbohydrate. Okay, just stick to that. Stick to like oatmeal, rice, eggs, and vegetables. So it's not that hard, dude. You can come up with a healthy diet that doesn't cost an arm and a leg. You don't need to be buying steaks. That's way too much money. Okay? Just get ground beef, if anything, you know. Get some chicken, some eggs, some beef. So, but yeah, keep on going, bro. Keep working on your body. Frostplay. Is it wrong that I used my King James Bible for rolling papers for my jet fuel time? No, you should. It is wrong. You should not roll up the Bible to smoke with. No, you should not do that, dude. What you working behind there, OG? Cooking vibes show us how to cook the food you eat. Yeah. Shit. Hey, dude. Because a lot of people want to know. A lot of people actually don't cook their own food. So they don't know, like, what kind of pans are really good, what pans are healthy. Like, stainless steel and ceramic is very good for you, okay? Um, you might want to stay away from some Chinese pans because they might have all kinds of chemicals in there, you know. So I do need to show you guys how I cook. So I'll put that one in the old memory bank as well. Okay. Thoughts on going to the moon to extract platinum and silver? It'd be very expensive. Okay. There, that's a childish thought. It's a nice belief. You know, it's a very hopeful belief, and makes you think about the possibilities of doing crazy things like that, going to the moon to get platinum, and then trying to fly it back. You know, that would take the efforts of all of our civilization today to be able to do that. And that would be so expensive. And how much platinum are you really going to get? How can you figure out a way to mine it up there? You know, you're in dreamland. These people, that's insane. You can't go mine platinum on the moon. You know, maybe it might be possible if all the world could agree that we need to get a program to do it, and we're willing to invest not only billions, but potentially trillions of dollars to be able to do this, to fly to the moon and mine. I'm talking trillion. The U.S. debt is like 38 trillion or whatever. You know, it would cost probably a few trillion to do something like this. You couldn't come up with the money. You couldn't get the money to make it happen. Okay. I smoked with Jesus, he says. He smoked with Jesus. Dude, that would be an amazing thing in life to smoke with the Heavenly Father. Um, that would be you can't even fathom it. Um, what kind of stuff he would even potentially smoke if he did. This guy says he's bricked up. You can't even imagine what you would say or what you would think or anything like that. That's how crazy it is. You know, maybe some of you could imagine it, but I couldn't even try to. Aliens are already mining platinum on the moon. There's a theory that there's something happening on the other side of the moon, you know, but guys, we have satellites all over the freaking place. Um, Pretty sure we can see on the other side of the moon. Okay, I'm pretty sure, but I don't really keep up with science that much. I should. It'd be nice if I did. Um, I hate these biker videos. Yo, I'm back. Remember me? NF. Well, yes, I do. Your name was. I forgot your real name. Okay, I can't even. But yes, you're back. You had a. I think you might have given a donation as well the other time. How much for a gram? A gram of gold? I don't know. It's like 120 or 150. I don't even know. Okay, but it's about 5,000 per ounce. There's 31 grams in an ounce. Okay, so it's not cheap. Imagine being so in incorrigible. Wow. Depends on context. All right, guys. So, gold right now just dropped a little bit. Let's take a look at the gold chart. There's the price right there. Take a look at all. Boom. We're still right up here, way up high. Okay, so on the path to up here, this is a major hiccup, if you will. But I think once we get through this and we make a new high, then we can really shoot up again. Okay? You have to remember how close we are still to a new record high. And you have to consider that this gold bull market is not over yet. So it's setting up, it's getting into a trading range, wherever that's going to be, and then it's probably going to work its way higher. And we should see a new record on gold sooner or later. Okay, sooner or later. It says, as soon as I saw the backwards hat, I know you ain't got the money to day trade LMFAO. Well, I do have a trading account, yes. Okay? For those of you who don't know, a trading account is $25,000. And if you don't have a trading account, then you are subject to the day trading rule, and that can get you into trouble, or even get you banned from trading. So I do have a trading account where I can buy and sell the same securities over and over and over and over and over and over as many times as I want. But if you do it too many times, someone within the trading company might like call you up, you know. Living in a strict Christian home can make love Jesus feel like don't shame the church. Thank you, Frostplay. How much you got? It doesn't matter. I just have a trading account. I'm not telling you how much is in it. Okay? You dummy. How much you got? How much you got, bro? This is fun. I love YouTube. How much? He says it is $1,000. You got $1,000? Okay. I got 25,000. All right. So, what's the point? I got 29K cash in my accounts. Very good. But what are you going to do with that cash? Okay? What you do with it next determines if you're going to level up. Okay? Just having that cash to sit there is not going to do much for you. It's going to lose value. But if you can figure out what to do, what to invest in, what kind of business, you know, you could do very well. I'd say you're in a good position. You got a really good position, dude. You got a lot of cash. You just got to figure out how to use it. Okay? I myself, I'm into the stocks. So I put a lot of my money in stock. And I'm into the precious metals. If you haven't noticed, gold and silver. Buy 2x leverage against Tesla. 2x inversed. So that means you think Tesla's going to go down? What's the... Is it TSLA? What is it? Or, I don't know. TSLZ. Wow. I see it. I see it, dude. So it's basically a bear play for Tesla. If you're bearish on Tesla, then I'm not into that one personally. Let's get the stream to what? 20 likes. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate your support, dude. Again, I believe I did forget your real name, but I appreciate the support big time. Okay, I know the letters when I see them in your name. I want to start trading, but I don't want another ambition to take my time. Well, what's your name, dude? Frost Play. It doesn't take much time to trade. If you want a day trade, that could take up more of your time, but you could also do you can just, when you buy something, you can pick a price of when you want it to execute a sell. So you don't even have to do anything. Okay? And you can make changes to your account when you want. It depends how you want to do it. Or you can become a swing trader. So you just buy a position and you just hold on to it for a few months. And you don't even have to do much of anything other than just sit there and wait. So there's all kinds of ways you can invest in the stock market without it taking up a lot of your time. So I would still take a look at stocks, okay? And think about building positions and think about dividend stocks too, all right? Because those dividends, those can pay your bills when you become old, all right? Right now, you want to be putting money into the dividend stocks. But when you become old and you retire, you can actually take those dividends and use that money to pay your bills and shit. Or to buy food or whatever. That's good. Tesla is a car company that doesn't make cars. Tesla is going to bounce tomorrow. Yeah, I heard Tesla canceled a couple of his models. I'm telling you, they want to set up this next decade for oil. They're really trying to stop. For some reason, Tesla is not focused on electric cars as much anymore. I think that they're setting up for a massive oil bull market, and Trump is trying to get as much control of oil as he can right now. I think you know that's happening. He's trying to get Greenland and get U.S. companies to go to Greenland and Venezuela. He's trying to get as much oil as he can before the price of oil skyrockets. So oil is one of my most bullish investments right now. I'm most bullish on oil. But short term, oil actually could go down. So you have to remember that too. So if you buy oil stocks, you're probably likely to be scared out. So you got to know yourself. Or just join my team and I'll convince you that we got to hold on to them when it's at a time when you want to sell. All right? If you join the team, I'll help you out. I'm ready, about to turn 20, so really is... That's why I need a port of answers for my speculations. So reality is a really scream at me. I think he's saying he's 20 years old and he can barely fathom reality or something. And he can't understand reality and how crazy it is. He's only 20 years old. When you're 20 years old, you're still trying to figure out everything about the earth and your place here and how you fit in. But you need to invest, okay? If you're 20 years old, you need to invest because you'll be a millionaire for sure because you got time on your side. You got to buy gold, silver, stocks, and I do crypto as well. But I only buy crypto when it's cheap. But sometimes it gets cheaper than you even think it can go. And in that case, I just keep on buying. What do I think of D? I'm not sure. Buy some silver and don't sell it till 164. But D, you got to give like a super chat for a stock research or a stock analysis. I'm not going to do any kind of freaking analysis. D's nuts. Okay. Okay, he got me real good there. You bastard. You got me. If you're young, you have time on your side. Yeah, he's He knows I'm telling the truth. You don't have that luxury. My age is getting up there, and I feel like I have time, but I wish I was investing better when I was younger, because I actually started investing early, but I blew a lot of my money because I couldn't keep focused. I didn't necessarily have a great mentor. Okay, so I'm trying to be the mentor for you. So if you're 20 years old, I got a feeling that I think you should stay here, and you'll be here when you're 40 years old, and I'll be 60 years old, and we'll be talking about money, and by then you're going to have a lot more money. Okay, so stay with this channel over time, and we'll see where it goes. And I'm going to do my best so that we all stay focused on wealth. You can't forget. You can't just start a freaking 401k and say, oh, that's going to be enough, because it's not. Guaranteed it's not. And you think Social Security is going to be enough? Nope. You're a fool if you think that. You're going to be living like a cockroach. You're not going to be able to afford anything, okay? You got to set your life up so that you got freaking dividend money to retire on. You got a pile of gold and silver when you're 50, 55 years old, okay? So you're going to be good. You're not going to have to work, you know, because a lot of people, it sucks. I've met people that had injuries and they're forced to work because they're not rich. You have to get rich. That's all there is to it. I've known this one guy, he had a problem with his bones. His bones hurt him, and he had these growths on his bones. If this guy was rich, he didn't have to work, but he was forced to work a hardcore manual labor job. And this guy was not focused on money at all. He could have gotten ahead and been able to figure out something. But a lot of people, you know, they have what it takes to go to a job, but they got to go that extra level to actually learn how to use your money in a focused and controlled way so that you can build wealth. A lot of people make good money, but they don't even know how to control it. So they never accumulate. They always look good, but all their money just vanishes. And who owns these nice trucks? The bank does. You know, all these guys that a lot of them have huge trucks, freaking dualies, Dodge, Cummins. The bank owns them. You know, it looks good, but that's not long-term wealth. You could have put that money into dividend stocks and be reinvesting those dividends, and then boom, 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 before you know it, you have $500,000. But you want to have a nice vehicle, okay? Dude, you got to learn how to be happy with less. My car is less than $3,000, and I am very happy. It's very reliable. It's got a Buick 3800 V6. It's got a lot of torque. And it really has got some get up and go, and it's a smooth ride. And I'm happy with that. I'll be happy with my car for probably another 2 or 3 years. And then at some point, I'm probably going to want to upgrade. Yes. I wouldn't mind upgrading to a CRV. Nice Honda CRV. Mailbox money. Some people call it FU, generational wealth, financial literacy, economic ecosystem. Yeah, you're in the same areas that I check out. You're using words that I know very well. So me and you, we got a lot in common. But mailbox money, I don't think I've really heard that one. But yeah, FU money, generational wealth. I usually say generational wealth. Yeah. We're about to find out if gold's going to drop now. $4,941 gold. It's been a wild ride. Sorry, I didn't know if you read my comment or not, but my real name is Bryson. Oh, yes, yes. Yes, Bryson. Yes. I will memorize your name so that I don't forget it. So I gave my woman 16 years and she had a baby on me with my granddad. I don't know if you're telling the truth right now, but if you're telling the truth, that's pretty sad. I wish you the best. He says, okay, brother, I listened to you and I got 4 kilos of silver and 5 grams of gold. Assumed real. You're in it with me then, bro. I got some silver and some gold too. So it feels good to be in on these investments with a group of people. That's partly why I want to do this probably. So, we're a team. We can encourage each other. Um, and remember, this is a long-term thing. Silver could go down in the short term. Okay. But you got to really make a commitment to it. You got to make that decision and say, okay, I'm going to stick with silver so that even if the price goes down, I'm going to buy more because of the long-term thesis. Silver should be going much, much higher. Okay? There's nothing that really can stop it. Over time, silver's going to have to go higher. And it's going to be fun. Okay? It's going to be scary. And then at one time, you can sell some of it and you can reap the rewards. Okay? I already told you guys I sold my silver ETF. And guess what? I'm already buying it back now too. Okay? So I enjoy reaping the rewards. But your physical silver, you really want to hold on to that, I think, in my opinion. Only sell it if you are selling it for something of very, very, very high value to you. Okay? Like a piece of land or a house. Only sell your silver for something that can massively improve your life and your well-being. Like I said, such as a house. Okay? Because, one of our main goals is to get a house and not have to make payments to the bank. We got to pay cash. All right? That's why I hold silver. Because I believe that within just a couple of short years, I'll be able to trade my silver for a house. Okay? So if you guys want to know, that's why I do it. That's why I buy silver. I got plans. I want to get a big house. And, well, not really a huge house, but a decent house and a nice piece of land so that I can have my own farm. All right? That's part of what I want to do. I'm not going to tell you guys my full plan just yet. Okay, because we're not at that stage. Do you think the rate of return for 22 kilos of cocaine would be? What do I think the rate of return for 22 kilos? Brother, you could make so much money, but you're going to end up in jail, okay? I think gold might drop under 4K and go back up past all-time high once they start making that money printer. Yeah. That's what I'm afraid of, is that it does take a dive that low. Okay? It may happen. If we have serious economic slowdowns and the Fed doesn't cut rates enough, we could have a drop in everything, I think that we may. It seems like cryptocurrency is leading the way for a big drop. I'm not sure if that's true, but it seems like it could be. We're seeing signs that maybe the bubble is starting to burst. Okay. I saw housing prices were actually coming down a little bit. But Google earnings are up. That's very good. The Google is making more money. So let's get the stream to 30 likes. See if we can do it, guys. Bryson. My memory really doesn't work good for some things, but other things it works very good. And one of the things that my memory does not work for is names. That has to do with my personality. Okay? I don't remember names very well at all. It's not because I don't care about you. For some reason, I just don't remember names. Okay? I've always been that way. And I'm not good with street names either. I'm just not good with names for some reason. But I'm good with numbers, remembering all kinds of numbers and other stuff like that. But yeah, strange. Feeling strong, guys. I can get bigger if I decide to ramp it up, but it takes a lot more money and food to get bigger. A lot more food prep, a lot more cooking. You know, I'm gonna try to get up to at least 175. We'll see how I look then. Be nice if I could get up to 180 and then cut. But we'll see. He says, I've been the same way my whole life. For your body? Me too. I've always been skinny. He says, I would do good remembering a number if we all numbered. Oh, okay. I think what he's saying is that what if our names were actually numbers? That'd be cool. What if? Yo, 92. But it'd be more like, yo, 8,362,574,392. That's what it would be like. It would be weird. So you'd have to have a code for a certain number, for a certain name. It would not work. You read that well. C. Dubsworth. C. Dub. Guys, we got 20 viewers in here. I'm trying to make money tonight. We got monetization turned on. So that means I'm making at least something. 50 cents even. In a way, we are a number. We're all social security cards. Yes. He wants the hat. Yeah. Four more likes, 230. UFC Dixon Maez versus Gabe Owners. Yeah, that'd be the ultimate UFC. I'd watch it. I identify as a number. Guys, check out my new review video. Just check it out. Check out the new review video on my heater. It's pretty good. And I really think you should check out the heater. Go to Walmart. See if it's right for you. Yes, it's gold. Yep. Let me see this right here. Yep. I like it. It's a little bit crazy, you know. I like it. I hope once I actually like get rich, I hope I'm not the kind of person that's gonna like buy a Bugatti or something. I don't think I am. Pretty sure I'm not. But if I did, that'd be crazy. Hey Jesus. He has a question. What's the question? What is the question? Is this the Diddy fan club or did I scroll too far? No. This is not the Diddy fan club. But guys, hit the like button if you can. Try to get us up to 30 likes. All right? No, I'm not. Come on, guys. 5 more likes. 5 more. 4 more. Can we do it? Help me out. Okay, we got 3. We need 3 more. Shit, guys, we're doing it. 2 more likes. Okay, what's your question? One more like. We need 2 more. What's the symbol on this guy's hat? Do you have any Pokemon? Yes, I collect some cards. I have a few cards. Crazy how silver and gold are super manipulated if you see the national debt clock. Yeah, silver should be way more. And it will be. Okay. I think that the metals were going up too fast. So Trump came out with this guy, the new Fed. He nominated a new Fed chair. But I don't think it's going to be higher interest rates. I don't believe that for 1 second. I think Trump wants lower interest rates. You guys got to stop listening to the news. Whatever they do on the news, probably the opposite is true. All right? We got to get 2 more likes, guys. Come on, 2 more. Come on, 2 more. Did the feds print today? I would say yes. Are you Trump supporter? No. I don't support anybody because I think they're all corrupt. Okay? Or someone else is pulling the strings. Who's going to win, Dixon Maez or Gabe? I'm not sure. Show us your Pokemon collection. Give me a super chat for it, and then I'll show you some cards. Did you hear Biden died in 2019? No, I didn't hear that. It's in the files. Maybe he's dead. One more like, guys. Cans of, those are cans. Paint gang. Dude. I'm gonna get jacked. All right, guys, come on. One more like. One more like. All right, there's some cards. Thanks for the like. We got it. We got 30 likes. Thanks, guys. You made my day. This has been a very successful stream. I do enjoy the mountains, yes. Baby Bob Ross. I look like a douche. $30 now. We need $40 now. I gotta give up, dude. I gotta quit. I guess I'll say let's check the price of Bitcoin and then I gotta go. I'll probably take a walk out in the cold or head up to the gas station. Pepecoin, yes. Good to see you in here, Jesus. Pepe coin price. Let's check out Pepe. You know, Pepe, it's you got to make the commitment, you know, because in the short term anything could happen. I have made a commitment to Pepe that I'm going to keep what I have, and if it goes down, I'm going to buy more. I've made that commitment, and I'm going to follow through on that in my life. You only live life one time, all right? I'm not going to get another chance at this, because if I miss it, Pepe goes to the moon, it's going to be too late, okay? So I'm making a commitment that no matter how long it takes, I'm going to stay in on Pepe until I make a good amount of money. All right, you got to be strong. So yeah. I'm not even worried about it that Pepe is down. All the cryptos are down. Okay. My account's down, but so what? It's going to be different in the future. The fact that our crypto accounts are down tells us that we're getting great prices. Okay, we thought these cryptos were good at whatever price we paid. Now they're better. Okay, it's a better bang for your buck. So I think that we should be buying crypto right here and into the entire rest of the year. I'm going to be buying crypto every single week, a little bit, for the rest of the year. Even if it's only $100. If you put in $100 in Pepe every week, when it actually goes up, you're going to have a lot of money, okay? When are you streaming tomorrow? Probably try to do one early in the morning so I can just knock it out of the way, start off the morning with some subscribers, start off good, hopefully. So I hope I do a stream at maybe noon, about 12, and then get about 10 subscribers, and then I'll do another stream later, try to get about 10 more. So hopefully, if all goes well, we'll get about 20 subscribers tomorrow. That's what I'm trying to get every day, 20 a day. And then I want to try to up it to 30 a day. I own XRP, HBAR, Stellar, XTZ, Dogecoin, Proxy, ADA. That's pretty good. So you got a bunch of different ones, but I think you should get either Pepe, Shiba Inu, or Bonk, because those are the ones that their benefit is that they're very cheap, and that's very appealing, and they can have explosive moves. So I would check out those ones too: Pepe, Shiba Inu, and Bonk. And also I would look at ICP, because I think that there's something to it, and I think that one has been hated on by pretty much the entire crypto industry, the whole crypto sphere, or whatever you want to say. So I would look at ICP, Shiba, Pepe, and Bonk. But I think what you have is a pretty good collection. That's a pretty good assortment. But I just think it is not full, not complete. You're missing a couple things, okay? And you might even want to buy Chainlink. So I think you are missing a few things. But that's good that you own those, okay? And I'm glad that you're taking a chance. You're willing to invest your money. You're not weak. You're strong if you're an investor. Okay? I'll grab some Pepe. I own Shiba as well, but not much. Cool. Good to hear. Good to hear. You know, and I'm always looking for new ones as well. Just today, I bought like $50 worth of something. It wasn't Filecoin. What was it? I don't remember, but I liked it. I bought it. Okay? And it's just a random one. I just didn't have it. So buy a little bit here, a little bit there. And it's going to add up. You'll have $10,000 in crypto before you know it. Okay? And then when they start going up, you're gonna do well. Not financial advice though. It says Insane Clown Posse. No, it's ICP, Internet Computer Coin. Okay. I'll grab some Chainlink. Yep, Chainlink and Litecoin. Litecoin is like one of the original ones from the days of Bitcoin, when Bitcoin first came out. Litecoin is one of the OGs, and it's down to like $58. So I should buy a few Litecoin actually. You know, that could be one that does really well in the next cycle. It could go to 200-300. You know, but shit, we're gonna see prices go crazy. You know, I still think that there's at least another pump left in Bitcoin, and we could hit $500,000 or even $1 million. You know, well, I think there's going to be a lot of different pumps, but the main pump is when they lower the interest rates. Probably could be coming soon. Okay, we should be getting a good pump pretty soon, I think, in crypto. You would be fresh to death. 2008, I'd be fresh to death. Yeah. It's good. So let's take a look at some of these cryptocurrencies. We got Bitcoin, 72,000. Ethereum, 2,100. That Ethereum is down massively. It's down 28.19% over the last 7 days. So Tether not really doing much. I think Tether always stays pretty much the same. XRP is really tanking right now. $1.46 for XRP. Dude, my shoulders are killing me from all those push-ups yesterday. Dude, I'm gonna get so jacked. I'm gonna be huge. But now, I'm not gonna work out for at least 2 days in a row. Okay? Gotta let the body heal. I even think I overdid it slightly, but it's okay. I'm just gonna rest up for the next couple days at least. So he says, riddle me this. I'm loud and obnoxious. I like music and rhymes. I'm a fraction of the population, but I commit half the crimes. Who am I? Well, I'm not good with riddles. You're weird putting metal in your mouth. Well, you have gold inside your body. You already have some gold in there. And it may be that, the more gold you have in your body, the better. Okay? It helps with electrical conductivity. What is in the brain? Electricity. What is in the frickin' body? Electricity. That's how the body works, right? Electrical impulses, nerve impulses. And there are people that say that it's good to consume gold and it's good to wear gold because it absorbs into your skin. And there are people that believe that there is very good benefits to wearing gold. And many people are into the copper. I think the copper is very good too. Okay. I have added, I'm still smart, bioelectrical copper cup. Yes, I have a copper cup. Yeah, it's the chef's hat. We actually still have 20 viewers in here. Thanks, guys, for being viewers tonight. Really helps me out. But Solana, $91. I have already said, guys, that Solana could go down somewhere between $10 and $35. So I don't hold any Solana. Okay. Tron, 28 cents. Let me check out Tron. Yeah, that's the one that just went crazy. I don't own any Tron. I don't really like it. It might go higher, but I don't like that one. Dogecoin is 10 cents. Really cheap on Doge right there. That looks like it's a good deal to me, okay? Bitcoin Cash, $535. I don't do anything with it. Cardano, 28 cents. I'm not opposed to having Cardano, okay? I have already invested in Cardano, and I did well. So now Cardano is a lot cheaper. I'd say, it was probably a good time to start buying it. And yes, it might go lower, but so what? Buy it when it goes lower too, okay? Absolutely. I do like Cardano. Monero, XMR. I don't know enough about that, but it looks to me like it could come down more, okay, for Monero. I don't mess around with Monero at all. So what do you think the marginal cost curve analysis of Bitcoin will do to its price long term? Marginal cost curve analysis. What analysis? Is this proof of work system sustainable if the marginal cost exceeds the marginal benefit long term? It's not sustainable as a actual business model. The tokenomics of Bitcoin are not good. Okay, that's not why people have it. Okay, Bitcoin is terrible, but people have it because it's been institutionalized. All right, so yeah, Bitcoin is terrible, and I think that the meme coins are better. I look at Shiba Inu and ICP and Pepe as a better option. But I'm not an expert on the marginal cost analysis theory, okay? I wish I was, then I could really look smart. Shut up. What do you think about Bitcoin going to zero after the flies say Jeffrey Epstein is the creator of Bitcoin? I think it's a possibility that Bitcoin goes to zero. I told you I don't have any Bitcoin. If Bitcoin went to zero, then all the other cryptos would probably massively take a hit. But then, obviously Bitcoin would be zero. The other cryptocurrencies, I don't think they would go to zero. Okay? So yeah, Bitcoin would take a hit, it'd be crazy, but the other cryptos would come back. And people would dump Bitcoin and put their money in the other ones too, or put their money in gold. Yeah, if Bitcoin went to zero, your other cryptos I think would still be okay. And it's possible, you know. Maybe I think Bitcoin will go to zero, but it might not happen for a long time. Okay? I'm not going to put an expiration date on Bitcoin. I only believe that it will go to zero. But it could be 50 years, it could be 10 years, or it could be 100 years. Okay? But I definitely think it'll go to zero because it definitely seems like a big Ponzi scheme to me. It's just a way to transfer illegal money to different countries and stuff like that. That's probably why they made it. And then they had it, so they said, why not we pump the hell out of this thing and we're going to make all this money too, Probably some nefarious activity involved in Bitcoin. I do think, eventually it's going to go to zero because Bitcoin has no real value. There's going to be better cryptos. Okay. The fact that you said Pepe is better than Bitcoin leads me to think you have no clue about what you're talking about. Yeah. A lot of the things I say lead people to believe things. Yeah. I do, but I will tell you the truth. Yeah, I believe Pepe is better than Bitcoin. Okay. Bryson says, that looks nice. Jeffrey Epstein is not the creator of Bitcoin. I wonder if Elon Musk, I heard Elon Musk wrote the code for it, but I can't speculate on that stuff. But it's fun too, but I really don't know. But that's what they say, is Elon Musk wrote the code for Bitcoin. You studying on it, gang. No way Bitcoin goes to zero. What is it based on? You know? It's just a freaking numbers, it's just digits on a screen. Investors could lose interest in it and go on to something else in the next 10, 20 years. And I think they probably will. There's going to be something bigger and better, and the insiders can keep the Bitcoin price elevated just long enough for the insiders to get out. And then they'll let it crash at a certain time in the future. And that's going to be a crazy day. The day that Bitcoin collapses, But I think they're going to let it go up to close to 1 million. And it's going to take 10, 15 years. I think Bitcoin is part of the system now. And I don't believe in an entire system complete collapse. It could collapse, but it's going to come back. Okay? And Bitcoin is part of the system. And it's going to stay up for a while probably. It'll go to zero, yeah, but who knows when. They'll probably take Bitcoin up to 1 million or 500K, and then maybe it'll collapse after that. But who knows? Who knows? What? Chin up, Anthony. But we've got a lot of other cryptocurrencies. World Liberty Financial. Litecoin is down to $58. Avalanche, $9.75. Sui. Zcash is way down, but that still costs a lot, $251. But everybody tells me about Zcash. I really don't care about it. But, what am I missing? They never seem to tell me what I'm missing. Shiba Inu, 5066. This is incredible. Shiba Inu is still number 25. The 25th biggest crypto by market cap. $3.9 billion. Yeah, Shiba Inu is still very popular. It's one of the biggest ones, I think that only good things are going to come for Shiba Inu. Only good things are going to come. How that you were all being manipulated. Imagine taking financial advice from someone who looks like this. Well, it's, we're talking cryptos, I'm not talking advice, actual advice. If you want real advice, you should go to a financial advisor. I just talk about crypto and gold and stuff like that, and specific stocks and specific cryptocurrencies that we could potentially make a lot of money on. Okay? For real, yeah, for real. We can make so much money, guys, and we're probably going to. But these things are a grind. It's tough for a lot of people to stay committed. But once you learn to, you're destined to become rich. You got to learn to stay committed to an investment. And sometimes that means you could lose money. But if you're not willing to commit, you're never going to become a millionaire. You're never even going to make it to your first 100K. Doubt it. You're probably going to lose a lot of money. But you got to make that commitment and stick with the stock, the cryptocurrency, whatever it is. Stick with it and see it through. But it never hurts to take a little bit of profit along the way. Okay? And then, because you can always get pullbacks. Wegmans sparkling water. I don't drink soda. There's way too much sugar. Soda will destroy your brain and your body. You're going to lose all your teeth and you're going to get fat. So I do sparkling water. $27 viewers in here. That's really good. Guys, please hit that like button. I really appreciate all the views. So, you always have to try to consume food that's going to allow your body to heal itself naturally. It's just water. Good water. So, trade silver for platinum. I would not trade silver for platinum. Okay, I would just try to buy some platinum. Yeah. Don't trade silver for platinum. I don't trade anything. Okay. At one point, I might trade silver for gold. Yes. But I think that if you don't have any platinum, you should just get some platinum. Just keep the silver you got, but get platinum. Because silver still probably has more potential than gold and platinum combined. I said that combined. Okay? Silver's probably got the most potential to hit freaking upwards of $300 to $400 to $500 an ounce in the next few years. He says I look broke. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. There's a spider on your ceiling, bruh. Shadow, in my opinion. God bless everyone. I miss my friend Shane. I'm sorry for you, dude. There's a comment from the moderator. He says, like the stream, guys. Yes. Would you trade handles for uranium? Wow. Let's block this guy real quick. Timeout. 30 minutes. 30-minute timeout. You can't say bad stuff like that, guys, okay? Just bought a silver chain and pendant coupled with a couple ounce bars. Ben Bronson. Awesome, dude. Yeah. Some guy said he wanted to buy like a silver chain or something too a couple weeks ago. But yeah, he's got a silver chain. Dude, I love it. It's like you're wearing your bank account around your neck. you don't want to go in the wrong area though, you know. But $8,000 chain broke. What's your opinion on Jack? I mean, yeah, guys, I ain't broke. You know, you could always have more money. Yeah, it would be nice if I had the kind of money where I could freaking show you guys 3 or 4 cars. You know, if I ever do get to that point, that may be the pinnacle of my life. That's going to be cool, and it depends what I do from there. That's going to make or break my entire existence, and decide it's going to determine if it was worth it or not. You know, we'll get there when that time comes. Bros are normies aware of what's in the Epstein files. Sorry for the double ghetto mentality. Like the video, guys. Most millionaires say to take very big risks. It's how they become rich. Yes. I believe that when you're younger, you could take bigger risk. Okay, for sure. But you should always put a certain amount of your money into solid things. Always buy a little bit of silver, a little bit of gold, some dividend stocks. You should always get a Roth IRA. And then you can also take big risks. Okay? Lots of different things you can do that are risky. You can buy leveraged ETFs. You can try to start a business. That's very risky. So, we got to get get 5 more likes, guys. 5 more likes. Brother, only those willing to go far can possibly know how far one can go. This guy's getting all philosophical on us. I own silver, guns, brass. I grow food. I own crypto. Yeah. This guy's got everything. He's prepared for any situation. I like it. That's how I try to be too. This guy's got all kind of different assets. But I obviously got to get a little bit better in my areas, okay? Because I don't have all my own food and stuff like that yet. What is your chain fake? No. Hey, I just love you, he says. Oh, it's Trinity again. Thanks, Trinity. Trinity Knight. I got to friend you or something. But I don't know how to right now. There's bugs crawling in your skin. Wow, dude. 3 dots for the like, up and to the right. Yeah, we got 36 likes on this. We have, you know, I just want to accumulate more crypto here. It's just, should I wait another couple days? Is there going to be another massive dip? That's what you really want to do is, you know, you got to be patient and you wait. And then sometimes you can get a massive dip. It's happened a couple times lately. We had one a number of months ago. It was a really big dip. I was at work and everything was just crashing. And it gets scary, but it's so much fun. And then you got to try to buy it at the lowest point. But sometimes you go to sleep and the crash happens when you're sleeping. And you wake up and you go, damn, I wish I would have bought. But what happened last time was I bought like a couple hours too early. After I bought it, everything started to come down. So I put in like $1,000. I lost the whole 1,000 because right after I bought, we had a pretty big dip like a week ago. It's almost funny actually. It's pretty ridiculous. I was like, damn, I just bought like $1,000 worth of crypto and then I just lost $1,000 on my account. But you have to learn to brush that stuff off. You got to learn to smile at disaster, and look at it right in the face and just say, I'm going to power through it no matter what, and you're not going to scare me. Even if you take $1,000 of mine, I'm going to keep buying crypto anyways. Okay? But you should also buy gold and silver. Really, you need to try to get a lot of gold, a lot of silver. I think, in my opinion. Not a financial advisor. Crypto, it's super fun. You can make a lot of money when everything comes to fruition, when altcoin season comes. Do you know technical analysis? Well, somewhat, yes. What's good about XRP? I love XRP if it's at 50 cents. At $1.54, I don't like it so much. Remember, I sold my XRP at 275. And I don't want it. I don't want it right now. But it's about $1.47. Wow. Bitcoin, $71,800. Guys, check out Bitcoin right now with me. Sheesh. Check it out, guys. Bitcoin 71. So, yeah, we're really coming down. Bitcoin could go even lower. It could go down to 35,000. But if that happened, I think MicroStrategy would have a major, major problems. And he's part of the insiders. He's part of the system. So are they really going to let MicroStrategies get liquidated? Probably not. I think we might be at the bottom. Okay? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just hopeful. Okay? But maybe we're pretty much at the bottom right now. Okay? I don't know. But I wonder, that could be. Because they're not going to let MicroStrategy go under. He's part of it. But he's also not the same as the business. He's got his own portfolio. Who knows, guys? But I still think crypto can go higher and gold and silver can go much, much higher. I think the bull market is coming back sooner than later. MicroStrategy will buy a ton more. How do they keep getting the money? When the dip keeps dipping, they will absolutely let strategy go under. You think they will let them go under? We're going to see, because the price of Bitcoin is dropping like way below what MicroStrategy paid for it now. So I think their stock is really going to hurt. If Bitcoin goes any lower, then Michael Saylor they're going to be in trouble. Okay, it's going to be fun to see what happens. I hope we get another big drop to the downside, and I hope I buy it. I hope that's what happens. We get a big drop on crypto, and I just start buying it month after month, week after week. That's what I'm going to do. Should I buy Bitcoin, he says. I can't make that decision for you. A lot of people on here support Bitcoin. I don't particularly like it. I like ICP, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, Pepe, stuff like that. Chainlink. Bitcoin is connected to a certain group of certain files. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Also, remember, that's what they want you to see. That they're putting that in the news. They want you to think that Bitcoin is negatively influenced by Epstein. They want this conspiracy to grow, and that's going to really make the price of Bitcoin go down and set it up for the next pump. Okay, they put out what news they want, so maybe it's true. But I think that Bitcoin is going to go higher. I really do. I think so. Okay. Do you ever drink alcohol? Not anymore. I quit. Hell yeah, bro. I quit drinking all alcohol. And I relapsed like about a year ago. I drank a Mike's Hard Lemonade. After that, I hadn't had anything. So it's pretty good that I quit drinking. I just wish I could get my friends to quit drinking. But I can't. They won't stop drinking for anything. My favorite Jolly Rancher flavor is blue. But I don't eat candy. Um, if I get like real ravenous, maybe I would take a bite of a Snickers if it were Halloween. But I don't eat candy. I get like fruit and stuff like that, which is like candy. Alcohol is toxic. Cannabis is healthier. Oh yeah, I've always thought that cannabis was healthier. You seem like a Zima kind of guy. I don't drink any alcohol whatsoever. I used to drink Big Ditch and Max Ice. Um, Heineken, Labatt Blue, Coors. That's what I used to drink. But that was at a different time in my life. Now I'm trying to get rich, so I stopped drinking beer. George Droid. You remind me of George Droid. I know who George Droid is, and I like that. I I like that dude. George Droid is really funny. I see him on TikTok. Cannabis ain't healthy though. 6 times far more tar than tobacco. I've heard that too, yeah. But I know people that have smoked it for many years and they have not developed any problems. Okay. Fred Durst, yeah. No, he had the New York Yankees. I don't have a Yankees hat. When I was younger, I had the Yankees hat that Fred Durst had, I think, on his music video. I thought I was cool, like Limp Bizkit. Yeah, I was like maybe 13 or something like that. I was like, I want to be like Limp Bizkit. Yeah, it was crazy to be able to experience the world. Freaking as a 13-year-old, you see Limp Bizkit and stuff like that. It's like, is this real? This is crazy. Yeah. Banksters dumping silver right now. No. Shit. Yeah. Let's take a look. Boom. We're retesting all this little areas right in here. Boy, oh boy. Shit. So yeah, we're back down to $75 an ounce. Damn. $75. But we're in this choppy area. It's a really strong area. But remember, silver's manipulated. It could just go down again. Shit. Hey, Blueberry, you better leave my friend Shane alone. Yeah, 76.13 right now. So yeah, thanks for letting me know that, dude. Yeah, silver is dumping. What's platinum doing? Let me check out platinum real quick, guys. 2,000. It's still above 2,000. But yeah, gold is down 168. So, damn. Um, This is okay. You know, you can kind of expect it. We are in this choppy zone. Okay, take a look at gold. You can see this nice trend line going up though. So we could still stay in this. We could still stay in this line. All right. So yeah, it's coming down. It's crashing, right? Yeah. As long as it stays in that zone, you know, as long as gold stays in the main zone. But yeah, silver's looking like a bargain right now. So now what we want is we want gold to make a higher high. So gold hit 4,400. We now want it to not go down to that level. We want it to build a base above 4,400. Ideally, start building a base very, very soon. Okay. Flour is so much better, and the stuff I get from is legit 38% THC. 38%, bro. That's good shit. But yeah. Shit. And you, really quick before I go to bed, John, I want you to know I wish he was here with me right now. Okay. Thanks, Anthony. Yeah, it looks like the banksters are dumping silver. Let's just see what happens when the Chinese market opens, huh? I think we'll be all right. But whatever. If silver goes down to $50, dude, I'm going to be buying. For sure. I'm going to be buying physical and the silver ETF. So I say let silver drop. But I don't think it will. I don't think it's going to. It's just a shakeout right now. It might not even last. Once the Chinese market opens up, silver will probably shoot right back up. Miners still print cash at 70. Yeah. But sure, we could drop back down again. It is what it is. You know, we had a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, and now it's, you know, going to give us a little bit of a shakeout, a little bit of a scare. So you just have to ignore a lot of the news that you see because a lot of it's just manipulation, okay? Know what you hold. Gold and silver it's always been money. It's always held value throughout thousands of years. It's always going to be worth something, and it's probably going to go higher. And silver is an industrial metal as well as a monetary metal. You can't go wrong with silver. Fuck the pedos, yeah. Buy the dip. Yeah, buy the dip. With silver, you want a dollar cost average. So you want to try buy a little bit every month or so, every week or every month. I would say now it looks like it's a good time to pick up a little bit. And yeah, it might not even last, you know. Silver's back up to 76 already. So who knows? Conduct and about face. Buy the dips. Fuck the pedos. Miners report. Should I sell my silver dollar from 2011? I got it for free. It might not be worth anything. Conduct and about face. Hit that subscribe button too, guys. All right, I think that's about it for tonight. Thanks, guys. If it says 1 ounce fine silver, then it's worth money. Yes. I would say don't sell it. I would say hold on to it, and I would actually tell you to try to get more silver. Okay. What's your thoughts on NFTs? Do you think they're going to have a run up? They certainly could, but it's not a risk-on environment right now. We still have high interest rates. They're still scaring people into thinking that we're not going to turn on the printing presses more. I'm not that a big on NFTs to begin with. I don't like them, but they may go up in the future. But I don't like them at all. Okay. I don't know enough about NFTs, but I don't have any faith in them. Yep. All right, guys. I gotta go.